Welcome to LeVy Stories, where real-life stories come to life. If you're fascinated by true, emotional, and surprising stories, make sure to hit like and subscribe. Your support motivates me to keep sharing these unforgettable stories with you. Now, let's dive into today's story. Welcome back to Infidelity Tales Hub, where we unveil the most enchanting and thrilling narratives that will leave you breathless. Ensure you subscribe so you remain enchanted by our latest captivating stories. Allow me to introduce myself. I am Jason, a 27-year-old software developer, navigating the intriguing world of technology at a quaint company nestled on the city's edge. Mark and I have shared a bond since our college days, and through the years, our connection has only deepened. The tale I wish to unveil today revolves around an unforeseen day that irrevocably transformed my existence and that of his beloved family. Mark and I have shared a friendship for quite a while, yet there was an undeniable allure about his mother, Claire, that captivated my thoughts. Her presence radiated an irresistible warmth and vitality that captivated all who encountered her. Each time I found myself in their presence, our conversations would stretch into the night, often surpassing the moments I shared with Mark. Her effortless charm, her laughter that danced in the air at my every jest, and her beauty were simply breathtaking. Her presence was undeniably enchanting, drawing me in and making it nearly impossible to resist the allure of closeness. One enchanting afternoon, with a delightful sense of spontaneity, I resolved to surprise Mark with an unexpected visit. Acting on impulse, I grabbed my car keys and made my way over without any prior warning. I thought it would be a delightful and unexpected rendezvous, but upon my arrival, I discovered that Mark was not in. Claire, however, greeted me at the door with a hint of surprise dancing in her eyes. She greeted me with her usual soft laughter, inviting me in with an air of playful charm. "This is a delightful surprise," she murmured, her enchanting smile illuminating her features. "Mark failed to mention your delightful arrival." I gently caressed my nape, a soft smile gracing my lips. I envisioned a delightful surprise for him. Claire chuckled softly, gracefully stepping aside to invite me in. "Although he's currently away, feel free to stay until he returns." Suddenly, a torrential rainstorm erupted from the heavens with an unexpected fervor, making it impossible to return home. Claire cast a fleeting glance out the window, her eyebrow arched in intrigue before her gaze returned to me, a hint of mischief dancing in her eyes. "You simply can't escape in this weather," she said, a playful smile dancing on her lips. "It seems you might find yourself lingering a little while longer." I nodded, a hidden thrill coursing through me as I found solace in the perfect excuse to linger a little longer. She guided me to the living room, where we found ourselves enveloped in an intimate atmosphere. The gentle patter of the rain created a soothing, enchanting atmosphere as we shared our secrets. With each passing moment, I discovered a deeper pleasure in her enchanting presence. Claire gracefully poured me a cup of tea, and as we sipped, our conversation danced between the intricacies of work, the nuances of life, and a tantalizing whisper about Mark. Her laughter danced through the air, a sultry melody that wrapped around me, igniting a sense of comfort and allure. Occasionally, our gazes would intertwine, holding just a moment longer than customary, and I sensed a delicate bond beginning to blossom. As we conversed, she gracefully reclined in her chair, crossing her legs in a way that drew my gaze to her refined demeanor. Though she had reached the age of 50, her vibrant energy and enchanting smile bestowed upon her an ageless allure that was utterly captivating. I endeavored to maintain my composure, yet the sparkle of amusement in her eyes whenever our gazes met revealed that she was well aware of the allure I felt for her. "So, Jason," she purred, a mischievous smile playing on her lips, pulling me from my reverie. "Your silence tonight is quite captivating. Do you have a thought that lingers in the depths of your heart?" Surprised, I found myself at a loss for words, a nervous laugh escaping my lips. It seems I never anticipated finding ourselves in this intimate moment, just the two of us, enveloped in the allure of the night. She tilted her head, her expression a delightful blend of mischief and warmth. "Ah, what a delightful surprise," she murmured with a hint of intrigue. "The lingering absence of Mark makes the presence of delightful company feel refreshing." Her words flowed with an effortless charm, yet beneath the surface, a tantalizing warmth stirred, quickening the beat of my heart. Our dialogue flowed effortlessly, eventually meandering into the realm of more intimate subjects. She recounted tales from her youth, her once fervent aspirations, and the delightful twists that life had woven into her journey. I found myself captivated by each enchanting word that fell from her lips, As the hours slipped away, the tempest outside intensified, its fury showing no signs of abating. Claire glanced at the clock, then turned her gaze back to me, a knowing smile playing on her lips. "It appears the skies will remain shrouded for a while longer," she remarked with a hint of intrigue. "The rain is falling with such fervor outside." I nodded, my gaze drifting to the window where the rain cascaded like a lover's tears, each drop a whisper of longing. "I fear I may not find my way home tonight," she murmured, her tone soft and filled with a knowing warmth. "Ah, you are most welcome to linger here, should you desire." Mark's chamber lies just a whisper away, down the hall. A smile graced my lips, a sense of gratitude washing over me, even as I felt the thrill of anticipation stirring within. "Thank you, Claire. It means so much to me." She slipped away for a brief moment, only to return with a few extra blankets, gracefully laying them beside me on the couch. As our fingers grazed while she passed them to me, a delightful warmth surged within, compelling me to meet her gaze. She held my gaze, and in that fleeting instant, the world beyond us faded into oblivion. "You know," she murmured, her voice barely above a whisper, "I've always found you to be quite the charming young man. Now that it's just the two of us, I must say, it's been truly delightful to have your company." I swallowed, my heart racing with anticipation. "My sentiments mirror yours, Claire." The atmosphere surrounding us was charged with a tantalizing silence, heavy with the weight of unexpressed desires. She looked deeply into my eyes, a tantalizing curiosity reflected in her gaze. And then, with a graceful slowness, she drew nearer. The warmth of her body enveloped me, while the delicate fragrance of her perfume lingered in the air, creating an intoxicating atmosphere. This moment was destined to linger in my memory forever. She lingered in my gaze, a tantalizing moment stretching between us, before her fingers delicately swept a stray lock of hair from my forehead. Her fingers brushed against his skin, lingering with an intoxicating hesitation that spoke of unspoken desires. My breath hitched as her fingers ignited a thrill within me, and I found myself leaning into her caress. "Jason," she whispered, her voice a sultry caress. "You truly are something extraordinary." The words lingered in the air, and in that exquisite moment, I found myself unable to hold back any longer. As I drew nearer, I delicately entwined her fingers with my own. Her skin radiated warmth and softness, and she remained close, not retreating from the moment. Instead, she leaned in, her lips gently parted, as though beckoning me to draw nearer. My heart quickened as I leaned closer, softly grazing my lips against hers, savoring the thrill of the moment. She replied with a kiss that was both soft and inviting, her hand caressing my cheek with a delicate touch. We lingered for a heartbeat, and as our gazes intertwined, all doubt melted away. I pulled her into my embrace, our lips meeting with an intensity that ignited the air around us. The kiss was a culmination of desire, a moment charged with the intensity that had been simmering throughout the evening. She let out a gentle sigh, her fingers gliding to my nape, drawing me nearer as though she had longed for this moment just as much. The intoxicating allure of her touch ignited a fire within me, compelling my fingers to explore the delicate curve of her waist, savoring the warmth of her skin beneath my caress. With a languid grace, she withdrew, her eyes sparkling with a mischievous allure. "You know," she whispered, "I never imagined it would come to this, but I suppose we both understand the direction we're headed." I offered a coy smile and a subtle nod. "How delightful it is." Indeed, the rain cascaded outside, yet within these walls, an intimate warmth enveloped us, drawing us ever closer. She reclined gracefully against the couch, and I drew near, enveloping her in my embrace, savoring the warmth of her presence. Her fingers glided delicately along my back, each caress igniting a delightful warmth within me. Our lips intertwined once more, this time with a depth that whispered secrets of intimacy. Her hands began to wander, and I found myself captivated by the heat radiating from her, beckoning me closer as if she had been anticipating this moment with the same fervor I felt. Her fingers glided down my arms, playful and enticing, and I found myself smiling against her lips. Her gaze met mine, filled with a tender warmth, while her fingers lingered against my chest, as though she could sense the rhythm of my heart racing beneath her delicate touch. I bent closer, brushing my lips against her neck, allowing the moment to stretch as I felt her shiver under my caress. Every instant seemed to stretch into eternity as I surrendered to the intoxicating warmth of her embrace, our hearts dancing in harmony with the gentle symphony of rain falling outside. She let out a gentle sigh, her body arching just enough for my hand to glide along the exquisite curve of her waist, a flawless match to my touch. Inspired by her reaction, I allowed my hand to glide gently along her back, savoring the warmth of her sweater beneath my fingertips. She released a soft, alluring whisper, her hand gracefully settling on my shoulder, drawing me nearer. The connection we shared was undeniable, drawing me closer as I leaned down, my lips grazing her neck, relishing the delicate warmth of her skin, her subtle shiver and the way she tilted her head, inviting me deeper into this intimate moment, stirred something exquisite within me. I leaned in softly, my touch igniting a spark between us. As I delicately began to explore the warmth beneath her sweater, the allure of her soft yet firm embrace ignited a spark within me, compelling me to surrender to the moment. Our gazes entwined, sparking a silent connection that resonated deeply. I leaned in once more, our eyes met, and for a moment, I felt the pull of something dangerous. But I stepped back. My hand glided to her hip, and I sensed the rapid flutter of her pulse beneath my fingertips. She surrendered completely to my embrace, her form fitting perfectly against me as I drew her nearer. Each caress now seemed to flow effortlessly, weaving an intimate bond between us. Her gaze met mine, a silent exchange brimming with unspoken desires that danced between us, elusive yet palpable. With a delicate smile, she reclined against the couch, taking my hand and leading it to her shoulder, her fingers entwined with mine in a tender embrace. I allowed my other hand to glide down, settling on her leg, savoring the warmth beneath my palm as I caressed her thighs gently. The intimacy we shared was unmistakable, and our kisses lingered, relishing each second as our connection intensified, causing me to forget everything but the sensation of her nestled in my embrace. As we reluctantly separated, hearts racing and minds swirling, the world beyond us had undergone a captivating metamorphosis. The rain cascaded down, creating a soft, intimate atmosphere that wrapped us in our own secluded world. Her cheeks were adorned with a delicate blush, and the sheen of her lips, kissed by my own, stirred an intoxicating flame of longing within me. I had never experienced anything quite like this, a profound and intoxicating bond that beckoned me closer, enticing me to delve deeper into her world. Perhaps we ought to find a more intimate setting, she proposed, her voice soft and alluring, tinged with a hint of playful intrigue. I could only nod, a thrill coursing through me as she guided me down the softly illuminated corridor toward her sanctuary. The door whispered open, unveiling a sanctuary that exuded warmth and allure, bathed in the soft, golden embrace of a lamp's glow. The room was filled with exquisite furnishings, yet it was her enchanting presence that truly breathed life into the space. She turned to face me, her gaze unwavering and charged, the air between us thick with unspoken desire. As the door softly clicked shut behind us, the sound lingered in the stillness, heightening the intimacy of the moment. I moved nearer, irresistibly captivated by her allure. As if pulled by an enchanting fire, my heart fluttered with anticipation as she glided closer to me. I reached for her hand, our fingers entwining, the warmth of her skin sparking a fire deep within me. With a delicate pull, I drew her nearer, my other hand gliding along her waist, savoring the exquisite softness of her form against mine. She gazed up at me, her eyes shimmering with a tantalizing blend of longing and playful intrigue, and I felt my defenses weaken as I bent closer, sealing our connection with another kiss. As our lips met, it felt like a moment of pure understanding, a silent conversation that words could never capture. We held each other close, the world outside forgotten. Her warmth enveloped me, each kiss igniting a thrilling spark that danced through my veins. Her hands glided up my arms, delicately outlining each muscle before weaving into my hair, drawing me nearer, enticing me to delve deeper. As I pulled away from the kiss, I gazed into her eyes, catching a glimpse of the fervor and desire that had sparked between us. I leaned in, my forehead gently resting against hers, relishing the intimacy of the moment, a delightful mix of thrill and vulnerability coursing through me. "Could you please confirm if you believe this is the most appropriate path to take?" I murmured, my voice a delicate caress, barely escaping my lips. Her response was a gentle smile, accompanied by a subtle nod, her gaze lingering on mine with an intensity that felt both thrilling and intimate. "I've never been more certain of anything," she replied, her voice smooth and enveloped in a tender glow. With that whispered promise, I leaned closer, brushing my lips against hers once more, and then, with a tender touch, I stepped back, leading her gracefully onto the bed. The mattress beckoned with a seductive allure, and as she surrendered to its embrace, I lingered above her, the tension of desire thickening the atmosphere around us. I savored each moment, allowing my lips to glide along her neck, planting gentle kisses on her collarbone, sensing the delightful tremor of her skin beneath my caress. Her touch was gentle, a silent reassurance that we were both caught in the same moment. The warmth of her presence was comforting, and I found myself lost in the quiet intimacy of the night. I lingered for a heartbeat, my gaze drifting down to her enchanting form. I leaned in closer, our bodies entwined as I pressed against her, my hand gliding over her thigh in a gentle yet commanding caress that ignited a thrill within us both. As the rain softly tapped against the window, I became entranced by her, the outside world dissolving into a distant memory. I moved with a fervor ignited by our bond, each kiss and every caress delving into the profound realms of our longing. In that moment, we felt a deep connection, as if the world around us had faded away. The rain outside seemed to echo the emotions swirling within us, bringing us closer in a way neither of us had expected. The evening unfolded, rich with soft laughter and breathless sighs as we surrendered to the intoxicating allure of one another. The lines of our friendship began to dissolve, giving way to an exquisite and untamed connection that transcended the ordinary. Never did I envision an evening that could blossom in such a way, with each heartbeat pulling us nearer and enveloping us in a delicate embrace of closeness. As the night wore on and fatigue enveloped us, I found myself beside her, my arm wrapped tenderly around her shoulders, a silent promise of protection and intimacy. We were both breathless, our exhales intertwining as we savored the lingering effects of our intimate encounter. Her fingers danced delicately across my chest, and I bent down to place a gentle kiss on her forehead, savoring the intoxicating warmth of her body pressed against me. "Tonight was nothing short of enchanting," I whispered, my heart brimming with feelings that danced just beyond my grasp. She turned to meet my gaze, a delicate smile dancing upon her lips. "Indeed, it was," she responded, her eyes glimmering with delight and a touch of playful intrigue. "This is a delightful experience I could easily embrace." As we surrendered to the embrace of sleep, the rain outside softened to a gentle whisper, yet within us, our hearts remained entwined, forever transformed by this unforeseen evening of desire and closeness. In that moment, I realized we were on the cusp of an enchanting journey, a tale intricately laced with passion, camaraderie, and the thrill of blossoming affection. We lay intertwined in each other's embrace, savoring the lingering warmth of our shared desire. The world beyond our sanctuary began to regain its composure, the rain easing into a gentle drizzle, its rhythmic dance against the window providing a tender backdrop to our hushed exchanges and delicate laughter. As I was gently surrendering to the embrace of slumber, the unexpected, piercing chime of the doorbell stirred me from my dreams. I stood still, my heart pounding as I caught her gaze, a blend of astonishment and urgency reflected in her eyes. The weight of the moment enveloped us as her son, my dear friend, returned home. "Could it be?" she began, her voice a soft, tantalizing murmur that danced in the air. "Indeed, it is he," I responded, my thoughts swirling with intrigue. We hurriedly composed ourselves, yet the hurried whispers of fabric and the flutter of sheets only deepened the delightful disarray. The doorbell chimed once more, its urgency stirring a delightful flutter within me. "Quickly, conceal yourself," she implored, her gaze filled with a thrilling urgency. I surveyed the room, my heart racing as I sought a hidden corner to escape to. In a moment of impulsive desire, I slipped into the closet, my body melding with the cool wall. Hidden yet alive with anticipation, my heart raced within me, a thrilling symphony echoing in my ears as I held my breath, eager to catch the whispers of what unfolded beyond the sanctuary of the bedroom. "Darling mother, are you in the abode?" I caught the sound of my friend's voice, reverberating through the halls like a whispered secret, drawing me closer to the heart of the home. "How delightful to discover you in this enchanting place." As she gracefully opened the door to the living room, her flustered demeanor transformed into an air of poised elegance. "Indeed, I am present," she replied, her voice unwavering even as her heart danced with turmoil. I caught a glimpse of her through the slightly ajar closet door, poised and graceful, her face a mask of serene mystery. Her poise in that charged moment was utterly captivating. "Were you swept away by the tempest's embrace?" He entered, his presence unassuming, unaware of the charged ambiance that enveloped the room. I held my breath, yearning to glimpse his expression, pondering just how deeply he perceived the unspoken tension between us. "Just a little shower," she replied, her voice laced with a tantalizing hint of nervousness. Yet, I find myself quite well. How did your day unfold? My dear, it was delightful. I was longing for the chance to spend some time together. I picked up a few delightful treats from the store, he said with a charming smile. A playful smile danced upon my lips, enchanted by the contrast of his mundane words against the thrilling chaos that had just unfolded. Certainly. Just a moment, she replied, casting a fleeting glance toward the bedroom door, as if she could feel my gaze upon her. I held my breath, anticipation swirling within me, eager for the unfolding of what was to come. Would she dare to invite him in? Would he perceive a hint of intrigue in the air? With a soft smile, she replied, "All right, I'll be right there," before gracefully turning away from the door and making her way back to me. Her eyes sparkled with an unwavering resolve, a fierce determination to seize this moment and hold it close. "Hurry, my love," she breathed with a sense of urgency, her heart fluttering in perfect harmony with mine. I hastily donned my attire, attempting to calm the whirlwind of thoughts that danced through my mind. The soft sounds of my friend stirring in the living room reached my ears, the gentle rustle of the bags as he explored their contents, creating an air of intrigue in the atmosphere. "Do you believe he is aware?" I inquired softly, a hint of unease lacing my words. "No, he can't," she replied, her lip caught between her teeth, a hint of mischief dancing in her eyes. Her expression danced between exhilaration and a hint of trepidation. "Simply maintain your composure, and together we shall unravel this mystery." With a lingering gaze exchanged, we steeled ourselves for the inevitable return to the mundane world. I emerged from the shadows, my heart racing, and glided into the living room, just as my friend turned to us, a mischievous smile lighting up his face. "At last, you have arrived. I was beginning to wonder if you were avoiding me," he chuckled, blissfully ignorant of the tantalizing tension that hung between us. As she effortlessly arranged her belongings, her gaze met mine, conveying a world of unspoken secrets. As the evening unfolded, laughter danced through the air, concealing the tantalizing tension and unvoiced desires that lingered between us. My heart raced, the echoes of our fervent embrace dancing tantalizingly in the recesses of my thoughts. It was a tantalizing dance between camaraderie and the stirring of unexpected emotions. Yet, in that exquisite moment, I was certain of one thing, enveloped by the intoxicating warmth of our connection and the exhilarating aftermath of our encounter. This marked the beginning of a beautifully intricate tale, one that neither of us could have predicted. Thank you for staying with me until the end of this story. If it touched you, don't forget to like and subscribe to LeVy Stories. Your support means the world to me and encourages me to bring more impactful, real-life stories just like this one. Stay tuned for more, and I'll see you in the next video.